All right, everybody. It has been way too long since I've done a video, so I'm super excited today to bring you a Jupiter 32 that you can see right behind me there. Jupiter, if you're not familiar, makes such a quality boat. I'm going to go through the outside like I normally do. We'll jump inside, and then I'll show you just how nice these boats are. Heck, you might want to end up buying one yourself after this, so stay tuned. We'll jump inside. All right, everybody. Here she is, the Jupiter 32. Such clean lines. Every time I look at one, I'm just reminded of how clean and nice the appearance is. Give you a good shot of this dead rise here. Look how sharp that is. So this boat has a 24-degree dead rise. It is outfitted with twin 300s, and you're going to be upwards of 50 miles an hour on this boat. It's a performance hull. We'll get to it again when I get towards the back. I want to show you their Posi stern design. You won't notice some of their competitors have a double stepped hull on each side. You'll see it's clean all the way down, but they do something a little unique in the transom area that actually helps in rough seas. So I'll explain that once we get back there. But Jupiter boats, if you're not familiar with them, have a really long history. Early 90s, started building boats in Jupiter. I believe they moved to Palmetto over on the west coast of Florida now in like 2005, I believe. But they don't make a ton of boats every year. So when they do make a boat, they do it right. This one is resin infused. It's strong, it's lean. And I'm gonna walk here. That Kingston gray is the color that you're looking at with a blue boot stripe. Really adds a lot of just a great appearance, really. And then this is kind of what I was mentioning, that Posi stern design. So I'm gonna get underneath the boat here, so hopefully you can see that. I'm gonna drop a link to to give you guys a little bit of a better idea of what I'm trying to show here. But basically, what that allows it to do is it does give it a stepped hull, so it gives you that lift in the hull shot that everybody's after. But instead of putting them on the sides of the boat, they actually notch the transom, which allows it to track a little truer straight in rough seas. So instead of getting that list action that you sometimes get with that double step hull, this boat is going to track true, still give you the performance that you're after, and just have that nice smooth ride and style that this will offer. You'll see up top too, that hard top is an oversized hard top with outriggers up top, and you have a 4-foot radar up there. So this boat is at Ocean Blue Yacht Sales in Stuart, Florida. You got to come look at this boat in person. It is absolutely gorgeous. We're going to jump up inside the boat so I can show you a little bit more of the features. Before we jump on board, I wanted to give you guys another look at these engines. Painted black 300 Yamaha. This boat is outfitted with autopilot as well. You'll kind of see that newer design right there. Electronic steering, easy shifting. It is a gorgeous boat. Once we jump up in, I don't want to miss the swim platform. The ladders are kind of in the way, but it does have a pull out. You get up in, and at first glance, you can just see everything is clean. That's what Jupiter is known for. Very clean outfit. It has the mezzanine aft facing seating right here. Nice plush seats. Also has a live well right there. A cushion will go on top of that. We just take it off for the time being outside, but you'll see 2 JL audio speakers in the back, 2 in-floor fish boxes, access to your mechanical space right there, bolsters all the way around, 360-degree bolsters, and you have a backrest with rod holders right there as well. Reverse engine flush is right here. Makes it nice and easy after a day out on the water. Just hook a hose right to that, press a button. Don't have to think about it too much. Give you guys a nice, good look at the Release Marine right there. That's a vendor that they use, and it just adds such a nice style and a nice finish to this already gorgeous boat. We're going to turn our attention right now to that dash panel, and that is what I was mentioning when I mentioned Jupiter in cleanness and sleekness. There's no switching. You might ask me, where's the switching, Corey? It's actually in those Garmins. So it's Garmin C-Zone switching. You operate everything through the Garmins, and it just provides that nice clean look. There are some switching up there in case something happens with that Garmin, so you have it up top. Just the main priority ones that you'll need. The windlass is also up there with the Yamaha gauge. But I also wanted to show you guys the autopilot, because I mentioned that. So you got joystick, and then this is the autopilot. So if, say for instance, you want to go to the Bahamas, you punch the coordinate in your Garmin, press a button, you'll come over here, you'll push track point. Once you press that track point, the engines do all the work for you. It's pretty much like autopilot in your car, except it's even better because you don't even have to worry about steering. It'll take you on the route. You can put in different points, and it'll actually go right where you want to go once you put in that route. Little storage compartment here that's hung up by a nice little spring. And like I mentioned, it does have Yamaha's newer controls and electronic steering. So everything is so sleek, beautiful. And then one thing I have to touch on is you'll see here, and I hope this video does it justice, but this windshield has no obstruction whatsoever. It's contoured right to the hardtop, great visibility. There won't be another boat out there on the market that has better visibility than a Jupiter. And you'll see why right here. I mean, that piping is actually on the other side of the windshield. So very, very gorgeous, clean looking boat. We're gonna swing over here to the port side, open up the head. You'll see that it has a magnet, locks it in place, and then they do a great job of actually having a little cutout, making it easier to get into the head. We'll poke our heads down in here real quick. That's where our cushions are at for everything, just so you can see it. It also has a sink, a mirror, some more teak, a nice little cabinet where you could put some of your belongings. Nice rubber gasket to make sure it's shut, but that's where that goes. Nice finishes on the outside, and then that's going to be able to have access to all of your electronics on the back side of the console there. And that little screen right there is actually the Seakeeper that has a Seakeeper on this boat as well. So it's outfitted with just about everything you would need to have a nice day out on the water fishing. All right, I wanted to give you guys another look at the aft facing. You see the Garmin up top and just how big that hard top is. Get nice and shaded underneath there. This boat does have outriggers as well. And then it does have the option of the fly shade that you can attach for even more shade in the aft. So beautiful boat. I'm going to flip around here so you guys can get a look at the bow area. What I love too on this design is some manufacturers have the seating all the way to the bow, which is nice if that's what you're about. But this boat's a fishing boat for the majority of the time, I would say. So what's cool is you actually have access to step all the way to the bow, fight the fish, right, and then maneuver around. So you're not fighting cushions. You don't have any obstruction all the way to the bow, which is a very, very nice detail. And obviously, if you want to cruise, you still have cushions that you can put there with nice release marine back rests that do come out, right? So if you're fishing, you don't want to get those in the way. Those can just be popped right out, and you're ready to rock. Nice extra wide gunnels. I want to make sure I get that in this video as well. So if you're fighting a fish, you need to get up on there, you can for sure. We'll open up this anchor latch here to show you how big this is. Nice windlass, 300 feet of rope. A lot of folks, a lot of customers use these for tenders because they perform so well offshore, and then they just have a nice sport fish look to them. So you guys already know the drill. You got to come check it out. You got to call Corey at Ocean Blue Yacht Sales if you want to come and see this boat in person. But it is a gorgeous boat, and I cannot wait to show one of you guys this in person if that is what you're after. As always, guys, love the support. I know it's been a little bit since I've made one of these. It's funny, I actually got a customer of mine that said, I haven't seen a video in a while. You got to do more videos. So this is me jumping back on it. Subscribe to the channel if you guys don't mind. I'll try to put more content out there. Love you guys, and thank you.